Hey everybody, it's Mr. K. This week we're going to talk about the cello. Now, in simplest terms, the cello is a large violin. Okay, it looks like a violin, it has the same shape. It plays like a violin, it has the bow, or you can pluck or strum, and it has the same number of strings. The difference is it's a lot bigger, and so our sound is going to be lower. Remember our pyramid. Smaller up high, bigger down low. And so it plays, well, it's kind of in the middle of our pyramid, not the super low, but definitely lower than the violin. The cello actually started as a combination of two different instruments, the bass and the cello. And what happened is that instrument had 12 strings. And somebody was like, this is way too many strings for us to deal with. And so they took that instrument and they kind of just pulled it into two different branches. We had one's the bass, which we'll learn about later, and one is the cello. Another big difference between the violin and the cello, the violin they put right here to play. The cello actually sits on the floor. It's a little too heavy to pick up and put on your chin. It's bigger than a guitar is. And so it sits on the floor and it comes up here and their fingers still have to hit the different strings, but the bow goes across the front when they play. Now the cello works very much the same way a violin does as well. The big box or the body is where all the sound goes in and vibrates and gets louder and goes out into the world. It has the neck made of the same black wood called ebony that stays on there because of the metal strings and all of the hitting. Okay, it uses a bridge to get the sound from the strings into the body. It's got the little pegs up on the top. Everything is the same except that it's bigger. Now, there's also electronic versions. Just like violin, there's an electronic version of the cello, and from what I understand, they work basically the same way. Instead of the bridge coming down and sending the sound waves into the box to get louder, instead there's a crystal in the bridge, and the crystal vibrates and creates electricity, and the electricity goes into something, a computer. There we are. And that changes the sound so that it goes out of a speaker instead of out of the violin itself. This means, however, that we can change the sound of the cello into pretty much whatever we want. I've included down in Google Classroom a couple of different examples of regular cellos from the piano guys of all people, and electronic cellos also from the piano guys. There's also some videos from Two Cellos, which is a really popular group from years back. So if you have any questions, leave your comments down in the Google Classroom. I will see you later this week for your meets. Have a great day. Bye.